Today we're going to talk about the PASE system. If you want to get better at recruiting, building a team, or hiring people, this system you need to master immediately. My name is Michael Barayev. I was able to build a team of 150 plus sales guys in less than 2.5 years. We did it with zero money invested, and now we have a solar company that's growing like crazy. We have a lot of other companies that are growing like crazy. So if you want to learn more about PASE system, listen up very quickly. So PASE system, what does that mean? P-A-S-E. Every time you want to recruit somebody, you want to hire somebody, you want to build a team, you want to mentor somebody, whatever it may be, you have to understand that people are different. People have different backgrounds. People have different belief systems, different psychological things that make them tick. You got to figure out, number one, what makes this person move and tick, especially when you want to hire or recruit or motivate a sales team or a team in general, right? So the P stands for practical, right? So the way I look at it is this way. There's 4 different buckets you could put people into and categorize them in. And when you understand who they are and what makes them move, what makes them tick, it's much easier to connect with them and relate with them and to kind of help them win in the area of business, right? So number one, the P bucket stands for practical. And I'm going to read you some things about these people. They're very logical people. They're very conservative. They love being on time and sticking to a specific schedule. Okay, they like analyzing situations. So these are the guys that are brainiacs. Okay, they're very punctual kind of people, right? So these type of people, if you tell them I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock and you show up at 9, an hour late or by 11 o'clock, they get really upset because they love things to be structured and on time. And if you're a leader that says, hey, I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock and you show up at 11, they look at you as someone that's not serious. They cannot look up to you anymore because you just messed up with that practical individual, right? That's the practical person. Then you have the action-oriented individual, okay? These are very aggressive, okay? And they're very impulsive, aggressive and impulsive individuals. They want to get things done now, and they always are on the move. They're always on to the next thing like this. They're like bang, 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 right? These are the type of people that if you are lazy, or if you're a little bit slower paced, or you want to kind of like relax and vacate, these are not the guys that get excited about that. If you want to lead a team or a team member that has that action personality, it is imperative that you show them success immediately. They are distracted by a lot of different things and they like to create action, and you have to inspire them to create action as well beside them. Otherwise, they will jump off your back and leech onto another leader, right? And by the way, when we're done with this, I want you to guess which one am I and which one are you. Let me know in the comments, okay? Number 3 is the S, the social. These people, oh my God, they're like happy, they like to be around people, they're very flaky because everything's based on feelings, and they love to tell stories and be in new places, and these are the people that love to travel. Like, these are people that are very like, depending on the environment is how they're gonna feel. They're very happy people, bubbly people, they love to be social, building relationships, they love being around people and smiling, all this goo-goo yaya, kumbaya shit. Okay, does not mean they're bad people, but they just love to be around people all the time. And if you put an action person, okay, with the social person, sometimes it could be a little bit of a conflict because they're not like, I don't want to deal with the people, I just want to get the results, right? So when you're on a sales call, when you're building a team, these are amazing buckets to categorize people into, understand how are they defined and who are these people. Like for example, let's say you're confirming an appointment, right? Like let's say you're booking an appointment. Let's say you're doing whatever it may be with a customer, right? You have to understand that with an action person, they just want to hear the freaking message and set up the time and on to the next thing. They don't want to hear explanations. Is it going to help me? Yes or no? Yes, boom, set up the time, boom, I'm done. With a social person, you cannot do that. They're very like emotional individuals, right? And you want to basically, with those type of people, you want to basically make them feel that you are listening to them, you're caring for them, and you're kind of making them feel good in that environment, okay? That's the social people. The next ones are the emotional people, okay? It's a little bit different than social, but these are very emotional. They're very sensitive. They're easily misunderstood, right? They misunderstand a lot of things as well. They speak very slow, much slower than the other categories, and you have to be very careful what you say around them or to them because they're very sensitive, right? So when you're dealing with someone that's an emotional, whether it's a sales rep, whether it's an employee, whether it's a customer, you got to be very careful what you say because something that you may think is a joke is not a joke to them. They take things very personal, they take it to the heart, and they get offended very easily. Now, I want you to ask yourself, which one of these buckets are you really good at dealing with? Are you good at dealing with logical people? Are you good at dealing with action-oriented individuals? These are type A personalities sometimes. Are you good with dealing with people that are very bubbly and social and very happy people? Or are you really good with dealing with these emotional individuals, right? It depends on which category you're in. Like for me, for example, if you take a wild guess, I'm probably the action-oriented individual. I love to create action, boom, 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 let's get to the point. I don't like to waste time. So for me, dealing with an emotional person sometimes can drive me bananas, and I have to learn how to relate and slow down a little bit and understand this emotional individual and say, you know what, let me see where he's coming from. Let me see why he's hurt by what I just said. Because as an emotional individual, if you tell them, hey, you need to change this, and this in your sales pitch to a salesperson, right? As the coach, they may say, oh my God, he doesn't like me. They take it offense. They get upset. They get sad. But you as an action-oriented individual, you're like, dude, I just want to tell you what to fix so we can get the shit done. Right? So you got to be very careful how you coach and mentor other people by understanding the different personality types and different buckets you have with different people. So if you have not yet figured out what yours is, do yourself a favor, go online, take a PASE quiz, and figure out which one of you do you fall in, and then figure out how can you relate with the other buckets that you probably do not like or do not like relating with. Okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you love this kind of content, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.